Hey, what's up, guys? My name's John. Welcome to Daily Theology. Today, I wanted to cover a few things. One being Dr. MacArthur and the status of what's going on there at his church. Recently, a video came out giving more detail. And then secondly, Kyle Rittenhouse has been released on bail. So let's check out this article. Let's start with Dr. MacArthur. So Dr. MacArthur said, and rightfully so, America is an immoral free-for-all. And he warns this because he's saying, look, this culture has lost all restraint. And basically, there's no equal protection under the law right now. There's severe bias in who gets to stay open and who doesn't. And she said the judge has ordered San Diego clubs to be reopened, but California churches are still fighting for the right to open their doors once again. And so they got into that pretty in depth, which is why I'm not showing the video. The pastor, who also runs a syndicated Christian teaching radio and television program, responded by offering to explain the big picture, namely that America is an immoral free-for-all. This is the key thing. He says, you murder babies in the womb. If they survive the womb, you try to seduce them into transgender sexual deviation when they're young. If they survive that, you corrupt them with a godless education. If they survive that, you have divorce in the family. If they grow to be adults, you drown them in a sea of pornography, MacArthur said. And this is a nation so far down the sewer of immorality and wickedness that nothing surprises me. MacArthur really sums that up pretty succinctly in terms of the process. And a lot of people right now are surprised about what's happening in our nation in terms of the election. But if a party is willingly permitting the murder of babies up to and beyond even potentially birth, then why would they be at all honest in an election? MacArthur went on to say about their outbreak that they had, this was earlier, they had 3 part-time security guards who went to an event and supposedly were diagnosed with the disease. But basically they were cleared of this outbreak in terms of the church. But MacArthur says this is the key point here. He says, power-hungry people are trying to seize power. They're using this emergency to gain power. This is historic. This is nothing new. And if people don't fight back, they're going to fall victim to whatever intention is of this revolution, he warned. And there are people paying all kinds of fines, churches getting hit with hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines right now in the nation of, come on, California. So it's a very serious thing. It's not something to be taken lightly. And another thing not to be taken lightly is Kyle Rittenhouse. He is out on bail. The 17-year-old got a $2 million bail posted, and people are saying, well, where did this come from and what's going to happen? Rittenhouse was involved in the shooting in Kenosha, and from all intents and purposes, from what I could see, it looked like self-defense. Now, people are saying he was underage to buy the gun that he used, and ironically, he used the bailout money to buy this gun, which just seems all kinds of ironic and sad in a way. But he was there trying to protect people's personal property. He has legal representation, and I think the people were clearly attacking him. I mean, why would you attack a guy with an assault rifle? And then they blame the guy with the assault rifle for using the assault rifle. It doesn't make any sense to me. And hopefully, when the facts come to light, justice will be done, but I hope that they find that he will be innocent. I know that's a heated position, but he was attacked by a sex offender, and I think actually they both had criminal records. So these people were not upstanding citizens that attacked him. I'm not saying it was right what happened to them, but ultimately it appears that Rittenhouse was defending himself. Now we'll see what happens in the court. But in the court of God's opinion, which is the only one that really matters, we have all violated the law of God. And one thing that I'm noticing more and more in this culture is that fathers are not training up their children. The Bible gives these clear commands, a positive and a negative command here in Ephesians 6:4, and it says, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. And we know from the book of Deuteronomy that we're supposed to train up our children in the way that they should go. We're supposed to speak about the things of the Lord at all times. And we know from throughout all of redemptive history that the father's job is to train the child for godliness. Now, it's not a guarantee that they will become Christians, but it is our role to train up our children. So if you have children, don't give up. It's never too late to point them to Jesus Christ, who is fully God and fully man. He lived a perfect, sinless life. He went to the cross, bore infinite wrath on the cross, died, and rose on the third day. So you must repent and believe the gospel. You must also hammer that like button if you're still watching this. We would greatly appreciate it. It would help us to reach more people. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, that would also help us get to our 1 bajillion subscribers that we're trying to get to. Charles Spurgeon said this: visit many good books, but live in the Bible. Thanks for watching, and God bless.